Blessings to everyone that is watching and, of course, listening to me right about now. I have a very beautiful word for you, and I believe that this word is going to bless you. It's going to jumpstart your day. And please remember that every single week we have live streams that will actually lift you up and they will help you in whatever you are dealing with. Everyone is dealing with something. Everyone has a struggle. Your struggle may not be my struggle. Some people's struggles are serious, other people's struggles are not serious. But all struggles need to be dealt with. I have a word for you. It's from the book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse 17. Numbers chapter 13, verse 17. It reads, Then Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan and said to them, Go up this way into the south and go up to the mountains and see what the land is like, whether the people who dwell in it are strong or weak, few or many. Then let us go to verse 31 and see what really transpired. Verse 31 says, But the men who had gone up with him said, We are not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. And they gave the children of Israel a bad report of the land which they had spied out, saying, The land through which you have gone as spies is a land that devours its inhabitants. And all the people whom we saw in it are men of great stature. There we saw the giants. The descendants of Anak came from the giants, and we were like grasshoppers in our own sight. So we were in their sight. What a very, 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 very beautiful word. You see, Moses sends out the people. He sends them out to go and spy a land. You see, whenever you are to possess something, you need to know the details that pertain that thing. You need to know the strong man in that area. You don't just bump into something and without making research about it. You need to make a survey. You need to know. So the spies went to the land and they saw how the land looked like. And Moses instructed them to find out whether the people who dwell in it are strong or weak, few or many. Moses was a strategist. Now the Bible says it clear that they came up with a report. They came back with a report. And this was their report. They said that the land through which we have gone as spies is a land that devours its inhabitants. What kind of land is that? A land that devours its inhabitants? The report that they came back with was not a good report. It was a bad report. Verse 33, they say, There we saw the giants, the descendants of Anak came from the giants, and we were like grasshoppers in our own sight, and so we were in their sight. Notice that the Bible says that when they encountered these giants, remember these giants were the descendants of Anak, when they had an encounter with them, they said, We were like grasshoppers in our own sight. So they first saw themselves as grasshoppers. In other words, they had a grasshopper mentality. There are people that have a grasshopper mentality. They saw themselves as grasshoppers. And what happened? Even the giants looked at them as grasshoppers. What is it that you see yourself as? Could it be what you see yourself as is what people see? What is it that you perceive yourself to be? If you see yourself as a weakling, people will see you as a weakling. If you see yourself as someone who keeps on being pitiful, the rest of the world is going to see you as a pitiful man and woman. So perception is very important. Remember the story of Gideon? Does someone remember the story of Gideon? Who thought that he was a weakling. In fact, he lived a life of deception, thinking that he was a nobody, thinking that his family was the weakest. But when he had a revelation from the angel of the Lord, remember that he met the angel of the Lord, he had an encounter. Everyone needs an encounter with God. For you to know who you truly are, you need to have a genuine encounter with the Master. Because your family will never tell you who you are. Your friends will never tell you who you are. Even yourself, you may be made to believe that you are somebody who you are not. It is only God that has the truth about you. He has the secret about you. You are a mystery to the world. So when Gideon encounters this angel of the angel of the Lord refers to him, "Oh Gideon, mighty man of valor." How many people who are mighty men and women of valor who have lived the lie? They're living under the shadows. Perception is very important. Perception is very important. How you see yourself to be. What did God say about you? That you are the light. That means light is needed. Who does not need light? When there is no light, people stumble and fall in darkness. Light is needed. Jesus even said that you are the salt of this world. Salt was a very precious, would I say mineral, so to say, or component, whatever word, for lack of better words. But salt was so precious in that salt was used as a medium of exchange. In that time, there existed a mode of exchange which is called barter trade. Very unfair. Listen what salt was used for. Even in this dispensation, salt is used for food. Oh, it's used in food. 99% of everything that you consume has salt in it. Salt was even used as a preservative to preserve things from going bad. Let me add on something. In societies where there was no medication, remote societies, they use salt because of its healing properties. If someone had a cut, a wound, they would put salt as a disinfectant. That is how powerful salt was. It's when Jesus said these things, he meant what he said. Brothers and sisters, perception is very important. Change the way you look at yourself or the way you see yourself. Hope this word has blessed you. Shalom.